Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well. In this lesson, we are going to discuss a topic called intrapreneurs. Now, I know this word may sound familiar and strange at the same time because we have discussed recently a similar topic, and that was about the qualities of an entrepreneur. And we all know who an entrepreneur is someone who takes the risk of starting a business, someone who will put the money down, someone who will come up with ideas, innovate, someone who needs to show leadership qualities. So we know this is the starting point for all businesses at some point. Now, all the qualities that an entrepreneur needs are there because they are the requirements for a business to be successful. You need those skills, you need those abilities to be able to grow and become a larger business. And when you do start becoming a bigger, a larger business, you start feeling as an entrepreneur that you can't be at all places at one time. Meaning you can't do everything on your own. You have to be at different locations perhaps, you have to buy the raw materials and go look at the production process, deal with the sales, manage finances. So you have to bring more people in when you start expanding. That means more labor, more trusted labor, and of course an entrepreneur would want the workforce of the company to be a reflection of what the entrepreneur wants to do. So when he brings in those people, these disciples, that we are speaking, those people who are running the business for the entrepreneur, taking the decisions for the entrepreneur, taking the risks for the entrepreneurs, are then called your intrapreneurs. These are people from your workforce, your employees, but employees who are in important decision making positions, which means that these are your managers. So, how would you define them? Entrepreneurs are your managers and employees within the organization who think and act like the entrepreneurs and are encouraged to take risks for the business. So, for example, one of these could be, let's say this guy standing up, your head of marketing. This is a guy who goes out on limb and figures out a new way of making the product, maybe packaging it, maybe coming with a different pricing strategy, and not wait for the entrepreneur's approval because the time may pass by the time the approval comes down.
Quick pause. If you're finding value in this explanation, there's so much more to discover. At Alt Academy, we break down every A level concept with the same level of clarity. Now, let's continue.
So you have to take the action at that point. And that sort of authority and autonomy must be given to these entrepreneurs so that they can, of course, work on the wishes of the entrepreneur and still be able to take their own decisions. Similarly, for the head of finance, if the business needs finance, you can foresee it in the coming months, then you should already be talking to a bank and looking for a loan to fill in that gap when you need the money. So, again, managers taking risks for the business who have been given that authority. And since the idea is for them to be able to understand what the entrepreneur wants and trying to make sure that his vision is fully laid out in the company, the expectations from the entrepreneurs are the same expectations that you would have from an entrepreneur. So all entrepreneur needs to be innovative. They need to make sure that they're thinking out of the box, being creative when the time comes. They need to be resourceful because sometimes there's shortage of cash in the company. Sometimes you don't bring in the raw materials in time. So what happens in that situation? You have to think on your toes. You have to be resourceful. You have to find other ways to fill in that gap, and you can't wait for the main entrepreneur to be there all the time and giving you the instructions. You've been hired for that reason, and you should be able to execute that job if you need be. Again, leadership qualities is also something that entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs share because each of these people will also have a team working under them. And to be able to motivate them, get the best out of them, you have to have leadership qualities. You need to show flexibility. You will be asked to do different things by an entrepreneur, try a new skill perhaps, maybe take over a different department. And that's where the entrepreneur will require you to be more flexible so that you're more useful for the organization. You also need to be practicing trial and error. Don't be afraid to innovate. Try. If it's wrong, maybe you learn something new and come up with a better product next time. Again, that's something the entrepreneur did before starting the business, and you would expect the intrapreneurs to be doing the same. And finally, be professional about it. I mean, you've been asked to do something as part of a job. There's a list of tasks you have to perform, and doing the bare minimum is at least being professional, being true to your profession. So do that, and if you can go the extra mile, do something more for the business, of course, the entrepreneur and the business is going to reward you for it. So Entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs, of course, entrepreneur will start off the business, and entrepreneurs then come in later on, become part of the labor force, and are making sure that the vision of the entrepreneur is being fully transmitted to the entire company and it's being achieved.
Now that that's taken care of, head on over to altacademy.org to watch the rest of our A-Levels business videos. Over 60,000 students have already taken the leap. What are you waiting for?